What I am going to show you in this video will make Theater Mechanicus so much easier. I will be giving you tips on how to build your team so that you can use the advantages of the character's skills and abilities as such. Some of these tips made it so much easier for me to bypass levels because I was able to stop the enemies from moving or kill them, and I will show you how to kill them in this video. So let me stop talking and we can get straight into the tips. One of the first things that I say is a must-have for making this way easier is having a frozen team combo. You would want, ideally you would want Chung-Yoon and Barbara. If you don't have Barbara, which is most likely everyone has Barbara, you can use Xingqiu. Jean is also good because you can just pick up people, throw them around, throw them off ledges, which is good. The number one reason why I say you should have Chung-Yoon in your team comp is because Chung-Yoon is the only person that I know of that can actually kill somebody with hits on this game. As you already probably saw earlier in the video, Chung-Yoon was killing people. The towers weren't killing the people, or the hilichurls, or whatever, the monsters. Chung-Yoon was doing the damage and ending the hilichurls' lives, right? The way he is ending them is by, once he's applying himself with wet and getting near the enemies become wet as well, from Barbara's ability, from Xingqiu's ability. After you get close to them, he drops his, you can drop your R2 ring, the frost bearing, whatever the freaking area is, little ice ring. You hit them, they get applied with ice, now they're frozen, you hit them, it shatters. That's a elemental reaction. And that elemental reaction in itself does damage. It's not too hard, I'll just show you how to do it. All you have to do is literally apply yourself with wet by using Barbara. Then you hit R2 with Chung-Yoon, which creates the ring, and you just swing. That's literally it. Then you swing again, and now they're frozen. You swing that second time, and it shatters them, and they're alive. It's easy as that. Next, I will be showing you how to make the shatter damage, the elemental damage, stronger. To figure out how I got my Chung-Yoon to do way more shatter damage, I was testing to try to get my Chung-Yoon to be stronger so that I can maximize his damage output, so that I can just slap kids on my own. Even though they said we can't kill people, they will be fixing this after a further update. Shatter damage will no longer work after a further update, so try to do this as fast as you can, as much levels as fast as you can, as frequent as you can, until the next update, because they will fix it on the next update. But I'm gonna let you guys skip all of the clips that I could show you right now that I saved up of me doing the tests and leveling up Chung-Yoon and testing out to see really what makes that reaction stronger. I found out my answers. I'm just gonna make this video kind of concise. I don't want it to be too long. If you guys actually want to see me go through that process, I can make a separate video for that, but that's only if you guys want it. I'm not gonna do it just randomly because I don't really care, because I'm just putting this out because I feel like this will actually help some people. I'm also kind of lazy, but that's not the point. That's beside the point. The things that you are looking for to up your Chung-Yoon shatter damage, you're looking for only a couple of things. Talent upgrades, you don't have to, it doesn't matter. Talent upgrades does not matter. Sword, the weapon that he's holding, the claymore, does not matter at all. Unless there's some claymore that ups elemental mastery. I don't know if there's a sword like that. But to my knowledge, there's none, so nothing helps him. The sword doesn't matter. I was using a freaking level 1 sword and I was doing 900 damage to enemies. And then I used a prototype Archaeact, which is at like level 70 or level 80. And I was doing the same amount of damage. So having a different claymore does not matter at all. There is only two things you need to focus on to maximize your Chung-Yoon's damage. Ascend him to as high as you can, high as you want, because the more you ascend him, the more damage Shattered will do. And artifacts. Artifacts is probably going to be the main, probably the hardest thing. All you need is to stack him with Elemental Mastery. Stack him with Elemental Mastery. Cryo damage won't do jack. You're breaking it, so it's making shatter reaction. Cryo damage won't do anything. You just need to stack him up with Elemental Mastery. Make his helmet, make his circlet Elemental Mastery. Try to make his goblet Elemental Mastery if you can. I don't really know if you can. You can definitely make the sands Elemental Mastery. Do that. Get substats with Elemental Mastery. Get Wanderer's Trope. Get Wanderer's Trope set. Get Instructor's Boosh, whatever the freak. Instructor's set. And you will be set. You saw what I did there? You saw what I did there? Yeah. But yeah, those are the main things you need to get your Chongyun and to get Shattered reaction. Of course, you could also do this with Kaya. You could do this with like Kayan Razor, Diona Razor, Diona, just Diona or an Ice and a Claymore. But I'd say Chongyun is the most flexible because for your team at least. So I'd say that's probably for the best. If you don't have Chongyun, then I guess you could just use Kayan Razor. That's fine. For water, I guess, I don't know, does Child's Riptide work? I think Child's Riptide should work, right? Alright, that's beside the point though, but now you have that, now I have that out of the way. You now know that you can just use your freeze comp. You'll have your little freeze team, your 2 people, your, whoever you need. I mean, if you don't have Chongyun, then I told you before what you need. If you have Jean is really good because you can, I already said earlier, Jean is amazing. You can control people. I'd say another main way to use Jean is to bundle them all up in the air and then let the towers just hit them while they're bundled up. That is a very good thing too, to suck them all towards you and then have them just like in the air pointed backwards, back in towards the staircase or whatever the freak they're coming from. You just have it set there and just hold R2 until your stamina runs out or whatever, because in that time the towers are definitely going to be smacking the freak out of them. So then they'll be dead, and even if they don't die, you can send them back into line, and then they can come back, and your junk will be refreshed and everything. It'll be good. You'll be set. So Jean, that's out of the way. Everything else, everybody else doesn't really. I mean, I guess you could use the Traveler. The Traveler could also fly them back, I guess, because it sucks them in, then you can fly them back. Traveler's good. Animo Traveler. You could use Geoconstructs, but Geoconstructs do block the path of the shots of the towers. So I'm about to conclude this video. There isn't really much to do, but I'll give you a little tip for co-op before I go. If you're doing co-op with your friends and you still want to do the 2-team combo, make sure you can't share the team combo with a teammate. Like you can't copy characters, right? When you're in co-op or whenever you're going into domains, you can't copy characters. So what you need to do is you have to be Chongyun and Barbara or Chongyun and Xingqiu, right? Or Mona doesn't really work, but somebody that applies wet to the person. You need to have those two, and they can have whoever else, but you can't have Chongyun and they also have like Xingqiu. You can't do that. That won't work at all. It'd be extremely hard to freeze people. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say in this video. I hope you guys freaking enjoyed this. I will be trying to continuously do videos like this in the future. I probably wanted to make this a little bit shorter, but whatever. We'll see what happens, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay blessed.
Fourth, my blade.